Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Maynor, and we are so excited today to bring to you a lady who is doing some great work in the community of the Mansfield area. Today, we're excited to have with us Mrs. Marilyn Harris. Harris is the leader at Bethlehem Baptist Church for the Faithful Friends Ministry. This ministry spends a lot of time on a weekly basis making sure that the families in our community have an opportunity to come by and pick up groceries that they may need for their families. And I will tell you, they have been doing an outstanding job. Mrs. Harris leads this group, and she certainly keeps us in shape to make sure that we're doing the right things and we're prepared for these families when they come through. And I think you're really going to enjoy hearing from her today how this ministry is really impacting the city, not only the city of Mansfield, but throughout the county as well, to help those families who may be in need. So we're going to bring a couple of questions to Ms. Harris this morning, and she's going to provide us some great answers that I'm sure you all will be very interested in. And right now, I'd like to turn it over to Latoya, who Latoya will be asking Mrs. Harris the first set of questions.
Hi, Ms. Harris. How are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Good. Okay, so for my first question today, how did you end up working with Bethlehem Baptist?
Well, number one, I love doing mission work and serving people. And I was just talking to one of the members one Sunday, and she just invited me to join. And I thought, well, let's just try. And I tried a couple of other ministries within the church, and so I thought I'd join this one here. And it's just where God led me to be, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
And what is the vision and purpose of your ministry?
Our vision is to make sure that there is no family going hungry or in need, and we do with the feeding, with our groceries in the food pantry, should I say, and then also with our Christmas distribution. And so that is just that we just try to serve the community in any way that we can.
How many neighbors would you say you serve monthly?
Since the pandemic, we have been doing, we've been averaging right at about 175 to 200 families. So not counting how many children and parents that are in that household. So, but as far as families are concerned, we're averaging about 175 to 200. And I said a month, but that's a week.
Are there any specific times of the year where you're busier than normal?
We're normally busiest at, be honest with you, no, because with the food pantry, we're open every Wednesday, so that keeps us busy every Wednesday. Maybe around Christmas when we're prepping for holiday, because it is a little bit more detail in that prepping, that keeps us busy. So maybe I'll say the fall of the year, because we also have the Thanksgiving basket distribution that we do at Thanksgiving. So, and then we go right into that, into the Christmas. So I would say probably the fall of the year when you really think about it. Although with the pandemic, we're even busier. So, because normally the pantry was only serving before the pandemic, or maybe about 15 to 20, 25 families a week. So you can see how that's quadrupled.
And Latoya, if I can add, I would tell you that this past Wednesday, just on yesterday, we served over 220 families who are in need of groceries at this particular time. And I would tell you that we really don't see a fall off as we go into the very next couple of weeks, couple of months. We think that will continue. We don't know what the schools are going to be doing in the fall, but we do know that there are a lot of families out there who are in need. And we have just been so blessed with the leadership under Sister Harris to be able to provide for these families on a weekly basis.
Hello, Ms. Harris. This is Patrick Brown.
Hello there.
Before I ask my questions, I just want to personally thank you for all the work that you guys are doing. And I know that's an anointing that God has placed on you to lead out in this in our community.
Yes.
One question I have is, what other organizations do you partner with in the community, or have you partnered with in the past in the community?
This is not the only one that I really partnered with within the community. I have to say personally. Now, some of the other ladies in the pantries, they do volunteer at Mansfield Mission, But it's for me, this is basically all I do is I work there in the pantry and work in the pantry. That keeps me pretty much busy because I do have a job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What are some ways members in the community get involved with the program?
Donations. We're really donations. We can use all the donations that we can, just to make sure that we're giving the families an adequate amount of food. We're just really passionate about not just saying we're giving you 2 or 3 of some things. I want to make sure that it's enough to feed a family of 4. And so I'm uncomfortable if we don't have them. And God's really been good to us that our bags and our boxes are never really short. So we just need the donations coming in to really help. We have a full staff. Our members at the church have been very great about volunteering, from the men stepping up to load the cars, to the ladies being in the pantry, helping us to bag, because it's a job on Wednesdays what we do.
Patrick, if I could add, Patrick, Ms. Harris is being a little modest.
Okay, I am a very modest person.
Under her leadership, it has been absolutely phenomenal, the amount of groceries that we have been able to provide families with. We actually tried to do a little bit of a calculation a couple of weeks ago as to exactly what we were putting in cars. And what we added up was that it was probably anywhere from $100 to $150 to $200 worth of groceries that were going in every single vehicle. So she has really done a great job of finding those other entities that are out there that we can partner with. We have partnered with Harvest International. Obviously, we deal with the Tarrant Area Food Bank, who has done a lot of great things for us as well. But she's been the linchpin in making those connections and building those relationships. And in a lot of cases, donations do help tremendously. But I would tell you, in a lot of cases, we've had food bankers just say, hey, come get the food. It's free this week. And we've been able to provide for families. So she's really done a great job in getting those things set up, and through building those relationships, it feels like we're getting special treatment, because it seems like we're the first to get called to be able to get some of those things delivered to the church, and we thank God for that.
That's
remarkable and awesome.
I am a very modest person. I just well, it's just a blessing just to see God work. I drove by a church one day and seen a sign that said free food, and I came back to Pastor and Deacon Maynard and I said, we need one of those signs. And so they said, get one. And so we got one ordered, and we put that sign up, and it paid for itself. The very next week, a lady drove by and walked in and gave us a bag of groceries and $200 cash check, paid for the sign. And we just have people come by and just drop off money, drop off food. So, just me driving by a church, seeing the sign. So, because I just want people to know that we're there, that we're there and we're available to assist in any way that we can.
Right. So that's a good segue to my last question is, how does a family in need, how do they find out about your services? Is there, I don't want to say a marketing campaign, but how's the outreach to reach are in need?
It's website. You can just Google food pantries in the area. Word of mouth. I'm always talking about our food pantry. And I share with ladies at work. I had one lady at work example that shared with her neighbor who was unemployed, husband's unemployed. They came over to got food. So all of the volunteers in there, within the pastor on Facebook, every Wednesday they're putting it out on Facebook that we're there distributing food. So we try our best, and the sign just really, I think, just really put us out there for that area, because Broad Street on that end is very heavily traveled, as you all may know. And so that's just letting people know that we're there to serve and to help in any way that we can.
Well, Ms. Harris, just like everybody else, I also want to thank you, and not just you, but everybody involved in the organization. We hear amazing things. All the work you're doing year-round, especially right now with the pandemic. So my question would be, how can the community help you? I know I'd like to know how students can help you, but we're all trying to be safe. The kids are probably not going out there and volunteering a whole lot. But you know, if things were normal, or if it is safe for students to volunteer in the future, how can they participate while being in school?
Well, they can come in like after, like when we do canned food drives, and so then we need restocking, and so we have had different organizations to come up and help us to restock the shelves. So instead of us doing that on a Wednesday, if we know there's an organization that, you know, kids need volunteer hours, we'll set that aside, and then somebody will come up and let them in, and then let them come in and let them stock the shelves or help to reorganize the different things. So if people call and ask for volunteers, we just have people call and just say, you know, can I come in and work for a day on a Wednesday? And sure, come in. That just gives us the opportunity to maybe go to Bible study or something like that, because it is a knit core that's there every single Wednesday. So it doesn't allow us to do the morning Bible studies that we would love to do. So that way, if they just let us know that, hey, we want to help, like week before last, we had the Marine Corps came out and helped. And that was really great, because unloading those big trucks when they come in, we have 3 trucks that come in from the Tarrant Area Food Bank on Wednesday morning. So when they come in, they're unloading about 5,000 pounds of food. And so we have to get the trucks unloaded into their separate bagging areas, and then we have to get all of this stuff bagged up. And the thing is, we cannot pick up from the bank till 8:30. So by the time they have to load the truck up and then come back to Mansfield, they don't get there sometimes till about 9:30 to 10:45. And then we open at 10. So we're all hands on deck at that time, working together as an awesome team, making that happen, getting everything together so that 10 o'clock, sometimes 10:15, we're ready to serve our clients.
That's awesome. As they say, it takes a village, and I also
Yes.
want the community for, you know, all hands on deck and helping out. So I'm going to pivot a little bit. My next question is going to be about the individuals that you're helping. So how often do you have those repeat neighbors that you're able to serve?
Since the pandemic, and unfortunately, I don't get to see the clients like I normally do since they're not getting out of their cars. So since the pandemic, I personally don't know, but from what the ladies who are taking the sign-ins are telling me, there are a lot of repeat customers. Before pandemic, we had relationships with our clients because we did have those repeat clients that would come in every week. And it was just really great. Just a couple of success stories. We had one client that would come in every month to get food, and she came in 1 month for prayer, and that was one thing that we will do, is we will pray with them. And she came in one Wednesday for food, and she was sharing with Running Prayer because they were they were in debt, and so their plan was to sell their house, and they were gonna move to Arkansas, I think it was, because the cost of living was a little bit cheaper there. And this way, with the money they could make on their house, they could pay off their bills, and they could live very comfortably and start all over. So she came back to share that they sold their house and they were moving, and handed us a donation. She said, you know what, you all have fed our family for a long time. I just want to give back. So, you know, we have those kind of stories. You know, I've learned to look in people's eyes, and Pastor always say, look in people's eyes. Just because they're smiling doesn't mean they're okay. Look in their eyes. And I'll sit and I'll look at my client's eyes, and, I said, you want to talk, you need a hug, and even one time when the pandemic first started, I'm like, you need a hug, and they're like, this is her, it's the pandemic, you can't hug. I said, I'm gonna hug her right now. So this is really hard for me not to hug, because I do like, you can just not to see my clients, because we're used to seeing them and talking to them and laughing with them and just having a great time with our clients. So pandemic's a little bit different for us, but we are getting a lot of repeat customers, because normally they can only visit the pantry every 30 days, unless it's a need, because we're never ever going to turn somebody down if you need food. But now they're basically coming every week.
Wow.
So, and that's okay. That's okay. God's providing, so that's okay.
Well, thank you for sharing that beautiful story, and I agree with you. Hopefully we can go back to giving hugs to people.
Yes.
I just want to, close it with anything you or Mike would like to share about the other initiatives that you all are doing for the community, and if someone is in the need right now during the pandemic to reach out, how they should reach out and what the process looks like.
just, I would say just call the church. When they call the church, they will direct to me or where it needs to go for help. And BBC is there to help in any way that we possibly can.
Yeah, and I would add that we have several modes of ways for people to contact us. Obviously, call the church, 817-473-1236. Again, that's 817-473-1236. We have our website, BethlehemMansfield.org. Bethlehem Mansfield, all one word, .org. You can reach us that way. You can go to our Facebook page. You can leave us a private message and we will get back in touch with you to make sure that we reach out to you and try to help you as best we can. But more than anything else, come by on a Wednesday. You have an opportunity on a Wednesday to see us, look us face to face. You have an opportunity to express to us any needs that you may have outside of what we're doing. We not only do food, but we've handed out diapers, we've handed out detergent, we've handed out personal hygiene items. Anything that we are able to get our hands on that we can give to the community, we are giving it to the community. And God has
gave out dog food one time.
Dog food, cat food, yes, all of it. So we really try to help. And I would tell you, to watch those families come through, the first couple of weeks that this pandemic started, you could see that there was a little bit of a shame on their faces because they had never been in these positions before. These were people who came through in very nice automobiles. You could tell that they had been living a comfortable life. And the pandemic has put a strain on a lot of people that people are not really sharing what their situation is like today. But a lot of people are really struggling because they have been, they're out of work right now. So we just thank God that we're at least able to keep their stomachs full and help to provide them that. We look forward to other times of the year that Ms. Harris talked about, which is during the Thanksgiving period, where we give out 40, 50, 60 turkeys. During that time, we also give out canned goods, stuffing, everything to go around the table. We make sure that we have those items available for them as well. And Mrs. Harris leads us with that program also. And then at the Christmas time, we've given out as much as 80, 90 bikes in 1 year at one Christmas period. So she has really done a lot of great things for us and really helped us to get these programs up and off the road, off the ground and running. And we just thank God for the donations, not only from the community, but our membership has really, really been faithful with helping us on these programs. When someone gets on the mic and say, we have this going on and we need help, I see the checks coming in every week, and we just thank God that they are providing those opportunities for us. So we want to continue to bless the community, and we want to make sure that we're doing all we can to be sure that we can give back because God has blessed us in such a great way, and we thank Him for that.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
BBC is open to the community. Whatever you all need, the community needs, we are there for you. We are there every Wednesday morning from 10 to 1, passing out food. And like Deacon Maynard said, just go to our website and contact, and we will try to meet your needs any way that we possibly can.
Yes, it doesn't have to be the city of Mansfield. It doesn't have to be Tarrant County. Come through and we will provide for you.
Thank you so much. That's a great message, and I'm sure it's going to help everybody in our community, especially during this hard time.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Washima.
Thank you.